A little birdie told me that you've been checking your ex's Instagram like it's your part-time job. I had a friend ask me last week, they were like, Tiara, what's your advice on how to stop checking their social media? And I said, let me get back to you on that. And then I was like, actually, I'm just gonna make a video on it because in 2025, we are gonna break that habit. And no, actually, we're gonna destroy that habit. We're gonna obliterate that habit. We're gonna lobotomize it from your brain in just 2 simple steps. Well, actually, they're not gonna be simple, but in just 2 steps, because you deserve to live a year of peace and happiness. You deserve to feel at peace and not feel like you have to constantly check your ex's social media, okay? And when I say ex, I'm talking very general. It could be an ex-friend, an ex-partner, an ex-family member that you are estranged with, who you don't talk to anymore. You deserve to reclaim your power. So let's get into it. Step 1, you have to figure out the why. Why are you checking up on them in the first place? Because it's like every time you check their socials, it's like you're giving away a little piece of your sanity each time. And at first it might not seem like much, but over time that's gonna add up because you're focused on what you don't have. You think that by checking their social media, you're gaining clarity or control over the situation, but really you're just chipping away at your peace. You might not even realize it, but deep down, you're probably just searching for something. Like you're trying to confirm a belief you have about yourself or a belief you have about your ex. Like take me, for example, when my situationship ended after 7 months because he said that he didn't want to label, I'm not gonna lie, okay? I'm gonna be really honest and vulnerable and raw with y'all. I was checking his Instagram for like a month straight just to see if he was going to refollow his ex, the girl that he told me not to worry about while we were dating.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
And I always had like this instinct that I should be worried. So when the day finally came, when he did refollow her after we had broken up, like I think it was like maybe 2-3 months later. I was checking it a lot, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I was checking it a lot. And he did refollow her. It hurt. Okay, I took it very bad. It felt like proof of my worst fears, like coming to life. It felt like I wasn't good enough. It felt like I was replaceable. But here's the thing. I don't think that my ex refollowing his ex was the problem. I mean, sure, maybe it was like a separate issue, his own issue. But I think that the problem for me was that my belief was that my ex's actions defined my worth. You can't just be like,
I hate them, I'm done, I'm so over them, I'm so mad, I hate them, I hate them, I hate them.
Trust me, I've been there. It's like you're putting a band-aid on a wound that needs actual medical attention. Like you're putting a band-aid on a gash. Okay, it might feel like a quick fix at first, but it's not gonna fix the underlying damage.
Oh my God, my Shayla, my Shayla.
You've gotta dig deeper, like the song from Princess and the Frog. You gotta dig a little deeper, like go deeper and ask yourself, what is it that I'm hoping to see when I go on their social media? And how would I feel if I found it? And what does that reveal about how I see myself and what I think about myself? Now, if you're a fan of Arcane, I call this the jinx effect. It's when we create a twisted and distorted reality in our mind to confirm a painful or negative belief. It's a fixed mindset that's fueled by things like hurt, stubbornness, and self-sabotage. Like in season 1, Jinx is stuck in her own loop of beliefs, and sure, she has her reasons for behaving the way that she was behaving, but her jealousy and her insecurity was distorting her reality. Did I say that right? Distorting? You get what I mean. So then years later, when Vi comes back and she tries to reconnect with her sister, Jinx just like couldn't accept it. She couldn't accept Vi's genuine intentions because she was being blinded by her own narrative. And this is you. When you are stalking your ex, you are Jinx. Convincing yourself that they've moved on or they never cared about you or that they're happier without you. Even if your ex has moved on, you're probably just confirming something that you want to believe. So the real question is, what are you choosing to believe, and is that belief serving you? A fixed mindset might say, my ex moved on because I'm not good enough. But a growth mindset says, my ex's actions don't define my worth, and I can learn and grow from this. The jinx effect is like being held hostage by your own mind. It's that little voice in the back of your head that's like, you're not ever gonna be good enough for a long-term relationship, or something like, your whole relationship was a lie. And it's that little voice that thrives on fear of not being good enough, fear of rejection, fear of letting go. But that fear doesn't protect you. It traps you. And if you want to break free from it, then you have to see yourself as a person that's worthy of growth, someone that's worthy of happiness and peace. And this starts with making choices that serve you. So once you understand your why, you can start taking the necessary steps to change.
Show me to me, please. Send it to me, Rachel.
So step 2, before you give into your impulses and check their profile, stop for 60 seconds. Don't do anything. Just sit still and ask yourself, how am I feeling right now in this moment? Not what am I thinking about, or let my thoughts run rampant and just keep going deeper and deeper into a hole. No, just stop and focus on the feeling. How do you feel? Are you sad? Are you confused? Are you hurt? Are you lonely? Are you angry? Are you just curious? And focus on your breathing when you do this. Maybe even like put your hand on your chest and just focus on the breathing and the feeling. That's practicing breath work. That's practicing mindfulness. That's being self-aware. It's training your brain to break the habit. Then, after the 60 seconds pass, I want you to take your phone and set a 5-minute timer and either journal or voice memo about how you're feeling. And I know it's gonna sound very corny, okay? And no, I'm not a therapist or anything, but trust me when I say it works, it works. Talk about why you want to see their profile and what you think seeing it will accomplish for you. Like, will it help? Will it solve anything? Or is it just going to make you feel worse? Is it just going to make you feel sad?
If you want to stop eating cake because you know that cake is like bad for you, but there's plenty of other sweets that you could have, you just don't know what sweets they are yet, but you like keep going back to the store to look at cake even though you know that you want to move on from it. But of course you're going to want cake if you're looking at it, right? Because you know that it's tasty, but like that cake isn't for you. So why are you just torturing yourself by looking at something that you know that your soul like is going to miss because it was a part of your past?
By the time the 5 minutes are up, you might not even feel like checking their social media anymore because you've self-regulated. You've talked yourself through it. You've de-escalated the situation and you've made yourself feel better and you've gained clarity over it all. Like, no, that's it. That's it. I don't know where I was going with that. But if the urge is still there and you still feel like,
No, I need to check it, you're dumb.
then maybe that's a sign to redirect that desperate energy into something more productive or into something comforting.
But I want it now!
It's time to shift your focus, okay? Go on a walk. Watch your favorite YouTuber. Call a friend, okay? Do a workout. Read a book. Watch your favorite comfort movie, okay? Go watch the B movie or something.
I've got one to Tacoma. What about you? He really is dead. All right.
Whatever breaks that cycle and trains your brain to pause, do that. Personally, I set a timer on my settings that made it so that I could only access Instagram for literally 60 seconds a day because it would stop me from either like scrolling endlessly on the app or going to check my ex's Instagram. Which sounds a little bit crazy, but it helped me personally. Like, it was a small boundary that made a huge difference because eventually I stopped checking my ex's Instagram. Less and less to the point where I was like, I stopped entirely. Up until I found out that he was in a new relationship and then I kind of spiraled and I was checking again, but then I stopped again. Okay, so, you know, sometimes I just say stuff. Sometimes things just come out of my mouth and I'm like, I should be embarrassed by that. But maybe someone will be able to relate and I can help them. So maybe the embarrassment will pay off. But sometimes I'm just like, oh my gosh, why would you say that? Or why would you do that? But it's fine. I'm learning and I'm growing. It's fine.
I'm having a fucking panic attack right now. I need to calm the fuck down because I'm having a panic attack.
What I'm trying to say is that I decided to stop checking his profile because I wanted to choose a better path for myself. I wanted to choose discipline over impulse.
I would try it. I mean, if everybody else was. I'm adventurous.
Every time you resist the urge to check up on that ex, you are training your brain to prioritize you over the past. You're choosing to do what serves you, not what drains you. You are reclaiming your power, you're showing resilience, and you're proving to yourself that you can put yourself first. And it's okay to be curious. I never said being curious was a bad thing. Sometimes, it's okay to be a little bit curious and be like, I wonder how they're doing, and look up their profile. But what is the intention behind it? Where is your mind at? How are you feeling? What is the feeling behind the action? That's what really matters, because sometimes curiosity killed the cat. And in this case, the cat is your self-worth. Sometimes curiosity kills your self-worth just a little bit more each and every time that you do it. So stop putting yourself in situations that you know will hurt you. Okay, it hurts me to hear that you are doing that. Like, we're not doing that shit in 2025. And I think we both know that this isn't really about your ex or their socials. This is about you tying your worth to someone who wasn't even able to see or appreciate it in the first place. Don't tie your worth to a person who wasn't even able to see it. It's time to start letting go of people who are okay with letting go of you. It's time to start training your brain to recognize that you deserve better and let go of the habits that aren't good for you. And it's okay to be sad about it. I saw that Brittany Broski video where she was like, I want to let go of the things that aren't serving me, but I'm gonna leave claw marks on those things because I love those things. And it makes me sad to let them go. But at the same time, I know that those things are not good for me. We have to let go of the habits that aren't good for us. Better possibilities do exist. It's like Brittany Broski said, she was like, by letting go of these things that no longer serve her, she doesn't know the person that she's gonna be 6 months from now, but she knows that she's gonna like her. She knows that she's gonna like that person that she becomes because she let go of the things that weren't good for her. And your ex's choices don't define you. It's okay to be sad, but it's important to remember that your ex's choices and what they choose to do after you don't define you, and they have nothing to do with you, and they are not a reflection of your worth or who you are as a person or your beauty, inner or outer. It doesn't matter. Every time you choose to focus on yourself instead of going to that person's Instagram or Facebook or whatever, you're just one step closer to reaching that level of peace and love that you actually deserve. You're getting closer to it each time you decide, no, I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to stay disciplined, and I'm going to focus on me. Not all relationships are meant to last, and that's okay. And just think of it this way, if you and your ex do so happen to reconnect in the future, wouldn't it be better that you're approaching the situation from a healthier state of mind instead of going insane? Imagine a year from now, you and your ex reconnect. Wouldn't it be cooler to be like, oh yeah, I was cool whether or not we were going to reconnect. I was going to be good either way, instead of being like, oh yeah, I was actually checking your Instagram every single day for 365 days. Yeah, I was pretty obsessed. So I'm glad that we've reconnected now so that I don't have to do that anymore.
Police! Help! Police! Help!
Which one would you rather be? Which version of yourself would you rather be? I bet you it's not the latter. I bet you it's the version of yourself that says, I'm good either way, and I don't need to check on them constantly in order to feel okay. Okay, class dismissed. See, I'm being delirious. I'm going delirious. I need to turn the cameras off. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, prove it by giving it a thumbs up, and leave a comment below if you have any other tips or experiences that you'd like to share around exes and checking up on their social media, because I want to be able to support you, and you are an angel, so just remember that. Bye! Also, I just want to quickly say that my voice has been sounding raspy like this the whole week. I'm not sick or anything. I don't know if it's second puberty or what, what's really tea, I don't know, but just please bear with me, because I don't know why it sounded like this.